Jeff Bezos is the richest person alive on the planet. He started his venture from a garage and turned it into the most popular e-commerce shopping portal on earth. He is the founder and CEO of Amazon.com, the biggest e-commerce marketplace in the world. His creation Amazon has catapulted him into the billionaires club. At present, Jeff Bezos is $56 billion richer than the second richest person in the world, Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft. Just like Bill Gates and Steve Jobs, Jeff Bezos is an avid risk-taker and a ruthless boss, who has zero tolerance for complacency. On the personal front, Bezos is a generous person and a relentless romantic. His life revolves around romance and innovation. Bezos' life is a story of twists and turns, the invisible hand of fate and his futuristic approach to businesses. Jeffrey Preston Bezos was born on January 12, 1964, in Albuquerque, New Mexico. His biological father, Ted Jorgensen, was one of Albuquerque's top unicyclists and part of a local troupe here, the Unicycle Wranglers, who put on performance at county fairs and circuses, while Jeff was still a baby. Jeff's mother, Jacqueline Bezos, was still in her teens when she married Ted, and their marriage lasted for little more than 1 year. Jeff's stepfather, Mike Bezos, was born in Cuba. He escaped to the United States alone at the age of 15 and worked at the University of Albuquerque. When he married Jeff's mother, the family moved to Houston, Texas, where Mike became an engineer for Exxon American, an oil and gas company that flourished from the mid-1940s to the 1970s. Jeff displayed remarkable mechanical talent from an early age, which fits well with his varied scientific interests. As a toddler, he had managed to dismantle his crib with a screwdriver, and as a teen, he had developed an electric alarm to keep younger siblings out of his room. Jeff's parents eventually asked him to move all his stuff to their garage, which he converted into a laboratory for his science project. Jeff Bezos attended River Oaks Elementary School in Houston from 4th to 6th grade. He would spend summers at the ranch working on enormously varied tasks such as laying pipe, fixing windmills, vaccinating cattle, and other farm work. His grandfather, Lawrence Guise, was a huge role model in his life, with his wide-ranging knowledge of science and constant presence on the ranch. In a 2010 commencement speech, Jeff told graduates that his grandfather taught him how it's harder to be kind than clever. In 1980, Jeff got a summer job frying up burgers at McDonald's. In one of the interviews, Bezos mentioned, "I was a cook. My first week on the job, a 5-gallon, wall-mounted ketchup dispenser got stuck open in the kitchen and dumped a prodigious quantity of ketchup into every hard-to-reach kitchen crevice. Since I was a new guy, they handed me the cleaning solution and said, 'Get going.'" Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos says, working at McDonald's as a 16-year-old made him obsessed with automation and managing employees. It is here where he learned how to work well under pressure and take responsibility early on. The family eventually moved to Florida, and Jeff was transferred to Miami Palmetto Senior High School, where he excelled at his studies and realized his love for computers. He was even invited to participate in the Student Science Training Program at the University of Florida, where he won a Silver Knight Award in 1982 and was a National Merit Scholar. Bezos graduated as the school's valedictorian, and a National Merit Scholar, securing his spot at Princeton University. Bezos planned to study physics at Princeton University, but he soon decided to return to his love of computers. He graduated with 2 Bachelor of Science degrees in computer science and electrical engineering from Princeton University. In 1986, after graduation, Jeff started working in a fintech telecommunications startup, Vitel, where he was given the task to build a network for international trade. Later, he joined the banking industry, where he became a product manager at Bankers Trust, and he worked there from 1988 to 1990. In 1990, he joined a newly founded hedge fund, D.E. Shaw & Co., and later became the youngest senior vice president at the investment firm D.E. Shaw. In 1993, Bezos left his job at D.E. Shaw and decided to start an online bookstore. On July 5, 1994, he founded Amazon in his garage after writing its business plan while traveling from New York to Seattle. Jeff Bezos named his new company Amazon because the name begins with the letter A, which is at the beginning of the alphabet and after the Amazon River in South America. Bezos's parents were initially skeptical about their son leaving his prestigious capital market job to start a risky e-commerce business selling books. However, convinced that their son was quite passionate about his new venture, they gave him their nod. Even Bezos was apprehensive that the entire investment may go down the drain if the project doesn't take off. It's important to note that the investment Bezos's parents had done in Amazon back in 1995 was around $250,000. Today, it's worth more than $30 billion, considering the stock value of the company. At present, his mom Jackie and dad Mike Bezos run the Bezos Family Foundation. The name was inspired from abracadabra, often used by magicians. It was often misspelled by the users and staffers, so it was changed to Relentless and soon it was renamed as Amazon, which is the name of the famous river in Latin America. Amazon experienced meteoric success right from the beginning. Within 6 months of its inception, it started selling books in all of the 50 states in the US, and in 50 locations overseas. So, in early 1995, the first e-commerce platform was making $20,000 per week from its sales proceeds. Bezos hadn't anticipated any profit in his business plan for about 4 to 5 years, but it made a profit of $5 million in the year 2001. Bezos diversified into the online sale of music CDs and video, and later also expanded to clothes, electronics, toys, and more through major retail partnerships. In the late 90s, while many .com companies went bust, Amazon kept flourishing with yearly sales that jumped from $510,000 in 1995 to over $17 billion in 2011. On February 1, 2018, Amazon reported its highest ever profit with quarterly earnings of $2 billion. In 2007, Amazon released a handheld digital book read, Kindle, that allowed users to buy, download, or read and store their book selections. In the same year, Jeff Bezos announced that he has invested in a Seattle-based aerospace company, Blue Origin, that develops technologies to offer space travel to paying customers. On August 5, 2013, Bezos made headlines worldwide, when he announced that he purchased the Washington Post and other publications affiliated with its parent company for $250 million. This iconic deal marked the end of the 4-generation reign over the Washington Post company by the Graham family. Jeff Bezos always wanted to get out of the third world prison, and wanted a resourceful woman. He spotted one such woman in his own staff at D.E. Shaw Company, Mackenzie Tuttle, an analyst and novelist, and married her in 1993. His wife was very supportive and instrumental in the launch of Amazon. They have 4 children together, 3 sons and adopted daughter from China. Jeff and Mackenzie separated after 25 years of marriage. Here are a few quotes of Jeff Bezos that goes beyond inspiration. If you can't tolerate critics, don't do anything new or interesting. Life is too short to hang out with people who are not resourceful. One of the only ways to get out of a tight box is to invent your way out. You have to be willing to be misunderstood if you are going to innovate. Your brand is what other people say about you when you are not in the room. Don't let failure push you back and always think for the long term. I knew that if I failed, I would not regret that. But I knew the one thing I might regret is not trying. What's dangerous is to not to evolve. Don't follow the crowd. Work hard. Have fun. Make history. Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos is not just an accidental entrepreneur, he is an inspiration for millions of entrepreneurs around the world. You can learn from him how you can fuse a futuristic approach with the basics of a customer-centered business to ensure success in this uncertain world. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. Until then, Go beyond inspiration.